How do we talk about GRC or information security in general? I think a lot of times people have a tendency to focus on that fear, doubt, uncertainty, and those things are a part of it, but I think to lead with that is missing the mark, because in any communication, you have something you want to portray, right? But unless you do that in a way where that person you are talking to understands, it can be null and void. As an analogy, my wife takes time and energy and effort to make delicious food for our little guys. For example, these egg bites. And some mornings, they just don't want it. They're just not interested. However, I know that they like cheese. Came to them honestly, born and raised in Wisconsin myself. I'm sure it's just part of their blood. And so I know that if I take these bites and wrap them in some cheese, they are going to be much more interested in this healthy, good for you food that is being presented to them. I think of that with GRC or information security. Oftentimes we try to promote based on why it matters to us as professionals, why it's important, why it's good for you, rather than really taking the time to evaluate for an organization, why does it matter to them? What is it about these systems and these security that should matter to them with things they are already interested in? Things like risk, knowing what risk your company has, knowing what risks your company can take via risk assessments. Things like opening new markets and new availability for sales based on compliance standards. These are the things that I think can promote GRC, information security, as a way forward rather than just a cost center and a protection against. They work in both phases for sure. But a forward-thinking GRC program is a growth engine. It's not just about avoiding costly penalties. It is about setting up your organization and continuing down that path of security so that your organization, A, can be around for the long term for sure, B, can open up new opportunities, and C, it gives you a competitive advantage oftentimes against perhaps your competition that might not be taking those steps. I am an equal opportunity promoter of security, so I want your competition to be secure as well, because everyone benefits from that. But GRC is not just about playing it safe, it's about making risk-informed decisions. You have to find ways to talk the universal language, which is money, for organizations and decision makers. There's not a single business owner that sits around hoping that they can find another cost center, but they're all looking to find ways to grow their profits and to grow their business. The responsibility is ours to present it in that light. So the next time you have the opportunity to present yourself as a GRC professional or to promote security measures, either personally amongst friends or on an organizational level, make sure to spend the time to think how this matters to them and in a way that is beneficial and not just what it saves you from.